Hey Dan, this is the final stage of the Wits path of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. So, with Sophia in tow, we make our way into the very heart of the lava-filled city.
Stick close, kid. This could be dangerous.
I'll take my chances.
And I'm not sure if this puzzle is randomized each time, or if there's a particular set path to follow, but basically what you're trying to do is get to this doorway here. Now, obviously we just came out of this one, so with a bit of trial and error, we will continue on. That one moves us over to the right.
I can't climb back up. The passage is too steep. I can't climb back up. The passage is too steep.
Alright, so that is just a dead end. I was gonna say, you can see there's a mural on the wall behind you there, which you'll need to make note of. But let's take this path to the right. And we've got a couple of options here. Sophia always stays a few steps behind, for her own safety.
Hey!
Alright.
I can't climb back up. The passage is too steep.
Alright, so not that way, obviously. Let's try the rightmost doorway.
Whoops!
Which will take us down, so let's try the left one. Okay. And go with the left again. So that one takes us up here. Where does this one take us? Alright, now this is the mural I was drawing your attention to before. This is actually the solution to the final disc puzzle. So you can see there's the sun, sort of the 9 o'clock position, the moon at 6 o'clock, and then the volcano. It's sort of it's a little triangle. It's a little hard to make out, but so that's the noon sun, the full moon, and the volcano. So that will be different every time you play, but you need to make note of that. Otherwise, you would just be guessing, because there's nothing in the Lost Dialogue of Plato to tell you what the final arrangement is meant to be. What's up this little staircase here? Alright, let's try one of these doors. And there we go. We've made our way down. Now, if you want to get a good look at that mural, you can always come up this staircase here. Alright, and just sort of either write that down, make a note of it, or just sort of commit it to memory. And now there's one more sort of pathway puzzle, which again is different every time, but whenever you walk onto one of these little sort of hexagon tiles, one will disappear from the path in front of you. So what you're hoping for is a safe path all the way across, but as you can see, that does not always happen. But if you exit back out, the floor will reset. Let's try up here. Nope. What if we come down? Nope.
I can't go there.
Yes, you can. You just need to do it one at a time. Nope. As you can see, it's a little different every single time. There's always a piece that is adjacent to where you are stepping. So it's very easy to get yourself cut off. And there we go. And once you've had
Are you
your
coming?
turn, Sophia will need to cross on
Hold your
her own.
horses.
And of course, she has a much easier time than you do.
Nice moves.
Thanks.
Here's your shining city.
Not what I expected, that's for sure.
And the place is still humming, maintaining the air pressure for untold centuries.
Alright, so we approach the center here. It's quite impressive architecture. And sure enough, what do we find but another spindle?
Looks like it's hungry for orichalcum. It's a receptacle for the stone discs.
Alright, so by now you know the drill. Sunstone first, moonstone next, worldstone on top. And now let's have a look at those. Alright, so the noon sun is going to go over here. The full moon is going to go right there. And then the volcano should go in alignment with that. And pressing the spindle should activate it.
Uh-oh.
What did you do now, Indy?
I think I turned it on.
You see, Colonel? I told you Jones would be of some use to us.
Kerner, I knew I smelled a rat.
All I smell, Herr Jones, is your fear. Don't move.
Mein Gott, how beautiful! Congratulations, Dr. Jones. You've just handed the Third Reich its ultimate victory.
It'll take more than a few orichalcum bombs to conquer the world, Ubermann.
Bombs? The gods don't need bombs.
Take a look around. What do you think this astonishing machinery was used for?
And I'm actually going to put down another save here. I'll just call that Wits finale. Because this is a part of the game in which it is very possible to choose the wrong thing and die. Of course, at this point, Indiana Jones just wants to be sarcastic.
Holiday barbecues?
Wrong! As Plato himself well knew, this was a factory for manufacturing higher beings!
While you've been wandering around, we've been stockpiling orichalcum.
And now we have all we need! Are you ready for the greatest moment in history, Doctor?
Didn't you notice all those hideously deformed bones?
Experiments gone awry, unworthy slaves sacrificed in the name of knowledge. Progress has its price, you know.
Maybe they were all too human, like you.
Subhuman, you mean? They were destroyed by their physical imperfections when they bathed in the awesome power of this device.
Fortunately, we suffer from no such imperfections.
Such hubris.
You're talking suicide, gentlemen.
Scientific discoveries belong to the bold, Jones. That's something you, of all people, should understand.
Do you really believe this machine still works?
Why not? Everything else we found here certainly does. Think of it. As a god, I shall know everything, be everywhere, rule everyone.
We both shall rule, Herr Doctor.
Eh? Don't be silly, Kerner. You're not prepared for this.
We shall see.
Swell. Send me a postcard from Valhalla.
One more step and you'll get there first.
You can't leave now. We're just beginning our experiment.
Don't let me stop you.
And we can't begin without a guinea pig, can we? Now, if you'll kindly step onto the platform.
No!
What?
If anyone's going to become a god, it must be me.
You don't make me laugh.
I am in charge of this operation, you spineless sausage.
Of course, Kerner wants to go first.
Activate the machine.
A test is a test. Plato suggested 10 beads. Let's try that.
Wait!
What now, Jones?
What about Plato's tenfold error?
What about it?
I think Plato prescribed an orichalcum overdose. Just a thought.
You may be right. We should divide by 10. Try 1 bead.
1 bead it is.
And with Kerner in place and
Himmel! It's working!
1 bead in the machine. That, of course, is not the correct amount. And he does a little Wilhelm scream as he dies.
A small bead for a small man, eh, Jones? Now it's your turn.
You don't need orichalcum, you need a miracle.
Nonsense! I'll start with Plato's number. 10 beads should do the trick. Now, position yourself. Mach schnell! That's better. Here goes.
Hang on a second.
Now this is the section where you need to say the right thing.
Let's talk this over.
There's no time. How many beads should we use?
No beads, you crazy old man.
Come now, Doctor. Where's your scientific curiosity?
Listen, what if Plato's error went the other way?
How do you mean?
You can't buy Godhood for a couple of beads.
All right, Jones, you decide. How many beads should we use?
A 100 beads. Shoot the works.
Let's hope you've picked the correct amount. 98, 99, 100 beads.
Unfortunately, if you find yourself at this point, then all you can do is suffer through the effects of the machine.
Indy, no!
Ha 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 ha!
And that's one of the ways that the game can end poorly. Although we did pretty well, with a score of 561 Indy quotient points out of possible 580. But let's reload. And try again. So we find ourselves at this position once again.
What makes you think you can outdo the old kings?
Science, my boy. We have it and say didn't. Here goes.
Hang on a second. Listen, what if Plato's error went the other way?
How do you mean?
I think Plato and Kerner were both wrong.
All right, Jones, you decide. How many beads should we use?
And what you need to say is this.
No beads, you crazy old man.
Come now, Doctor. Where's your scientific curiosity?
And then follow that up with this statement.
For your sake, I hope this doesn't work.
Why not?
Followed up with a divine threat.
Once I'm a god, I'm sending you straight to hell.
I'm offering you immortality. Is that the thanks I get?
Basically, you need to use reverse psychology,
You ever hear the term angry god? Wait till you see me.
which convinces him to take your place.
Hang on. Perhaps I haven't thought this through. You want to go first. You're scheming against me in spite of my generosity. Well, you won't get the upper hand that way. Stand aside, Jones.
And just like with Kerner
98,
and with yourself, if you didn't talk your way out of it,
99,
this will not end well for
100
Dr. Ubermann.
prepare to feel my wrath.
Ha 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 ha!
Indy!
Follow me, Sophia.
And the whole city starts to tear itself apart. And Indy leads Sophia on a daring escape.
Hurry!
Amidst all the rubble and the lava. Back out to the airlock.
Can you pilot a sub?
We're about to find out.
And apparently he can do it well enough to get them to the surface, at least.
You know, a lot of my discoveries seem like tall tales even to me. At least there's some evidence this time.
Then again, maybe not.
And one last smooch for good measure.
What was that for?
To ease the pain.
Well, Dan, that's the ending to Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. At least if you take the Wits path. As I have said before, there's also the team path and the fists path. And I'll tackle those in the future. But I think I'll move on to another game in the meantime. But I hope you've enjoyed this. And let me know how soon you'd like me to revisit this and show you the solutions for those other paths. And as always, if you have any questions or comments or anything specific you wanted me to go over, or any of those other indie deaths that you'd like to see, just let me know. Alright, Dan. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.